Hi, this is Max Retzloff, and I am going to talk to you today about my second reflection lesson, which is another pickleball lesson. Um, it was done also in late October, but it was done with the 9th grade, and it was a physical education lesson. And the lesson title was Students Will Participate in Pickleball um, Match Play. What that means is we were teaching the kids how to play competitive games and compete with each other. So the students will learn the rules of the game of pickleball and how to score and then go into doubles play. Let's scroll down. We are now going into the content standard was very similar to the lesson that I reflected on previously, which was the physical education course 3A high school adventure and outdoor activities. The venue for this lesson was also done at the Claremont High School tennis courts, and it was an outdoor venue, so it had to do with the outdoor standards. Scrolling down here, okay, our EL and special challenges are all the same. The multiple intelligences that I talked about in my first reflection is the same. So I'm kind of going to just go through that really quickly as far as scrolling down. My observation, the type of observation we did was teacher observation, which was very informally done. And the equipment that we used was very similar to our first lesson, which were pickleball rackets, tennis balls, the Claremont High School tennis courts, a whistle, cell phone for timing, and videotaping. So the beginning of this lesson is very similar to my first one. As a matter of fact, it's a continuation because we first taught the skills. We taught the kids how to hit forehands and backhands. We taught them how to serve. And now it's time for them to get into their 3 weeks of match play. We usually do a unit 2 times a week during the physical education classes. We work on 2 days of a unit, 2 days of their fitness, and usually 1 day in the classroom. So to continue on with their unit, their pickleball unit, the kids again changed into their physical education clothes. They then reported for roll call. They went through their dynamic stretching. And now it is time for us to just talk about the lesson. The students, we reviewed how to score and rotate positions in the doubles formation in pickleball. What does that mean? That means that we showed the students that when they serve, which is underhand, and it's just like hitting a forehand, they have to serve into the adjacent box from where they're standing. And after each point, win or lose, they rotate the sides of the court that they are standing on. We then showed the kids that they were going to play games to 15 points, and then after 11 points, they will switch sides of the court, because that's important. We talked about the elements that outdoor sports have to contend with, from sun to wind to bumps in the playing conditions. So the students were eager to get started. What we did was we divided the kids into the teams of their choice. They got to choose their partner, and then the way this lesson went was that we assigned the courts by numbers of the team, and then what we did was after either 7-minute games or a team that played to 15 and won, they would then report the score to the master teacher, and then they would go to their next assigned court and their next assigned opponent, and we would rotate. And usually the students got to play at least 3 matches per day, and they really enjoyed it. It was very easy. It was really, really quickly. When the whistle blew, the students reported the score, noted where they went for their next court, and rotated to that court and played. Okay, so again, I didn't really go very closely into this lesson plan because it was very similar to the last one, but it was it's a really just effective lesson to reinforce what the skills that the kids learned in the instructional part of the lesson. They had a lot of fun. You can tell that they Really enjoyed this unit because you heard the giggles and the laughter. The kids were excited when they made a good shot, and they were full of laughter when they missed the ball completely. The lesson was excellent for every type of student, not only for high-level students, but for Down syndrome kids and low-level students. All students integrated really well because the pace of the play went pretty fast, so it wasn't a big deal if you weren't as high level as your opponent, but everybody enjoyed playing. Well, that's an assessment, not an assessment, but a review and a reflection of my second lesson called Pickleball Scoring. This is Max Retzloff signing off until my next lesson where I will discuss fitness.